Morning guys, welcome back to the channel on this beautiful day. My name's Luke, I go by Waters Clobber and I'm a full-time eBay reseller based here in the UK. Oh, there we go. It's Monday morning, so you know what that means. It's time to share with you the eBay sales that are happening throughout the weekend, so let's get to it. Beautiful. As always, going to be sharing with you sales that happened from Friday, about 8 o'clock till Monday today. So overall, eBay last week was a little bit up and down. I'll show you the graph just to give you an idea. But in comparison to what we was picking last week, where we picked about 40 items, this week we've got, it's saying 34. So yeah, a little bit less, but the quality this week is, I think, way better. And it will show in the sales prices, it will show in the stuff that I'm picking out. So yeah, really happy with the weekend. So yeah, let's grab some orders. So as always, we're gonna refine to custom SKU label, and we're gonna be picking the largest number, which is the newest item. Then we're gonna be going round in a circle like last time, and then we're gonna be finishing at the lowest number, and that is gonna be the oldest stock in the inventory system. Barcelona shorts. Now these are vaping it, and that means that they are player issue material. So they're gonna go for a lot more than just your standard dry fit Nike shorts, and they're a good size as well, they're extra large. Paul Smith jumper. And this was a Vinted pickup. I'll put it up for how much I managed to snipe it for on Vinted, but nice chunky knit, 2 front pockets, and just a really nice jumper cardigan. It was also a blend of alpaca, wool, anything alpaca related I tend to pick up if it's a good brand. Also brilliant size on that one. Rohan trousers. There we go, that's better. Right, we're at 20166. Rohan trousers, spoke about them quite a few times, but I love them as an outdoor brand. These are the District Chinos. I love picking up the insect repellent stuff, windbreakers, trousers. And the good thing about Rohan as well, it'll tell you the actual model name on the care label, so you'll be able to find out about it. Next up, Spoke trousers. I like picking up Spoke, the Build A, the Build C Chinos. These were called the linen lightweight. So to see Spoke with either a linen blend or linen trousers in them, that was a great one. Super dry jumper. Now a great keyword for the funny looking eagle symbol is Cowichan. So anything with that symbol on it, the majority of the time goes for decent money. So yeah, this was a nice chunky knit, super dry Cowichan, and I believe the correct term for it was buffalo knit as well. So yeah, that was a nice vintage snipe into 45. Put it up how much we got it for. A lot of stuff that I pick up I will remember around about the price that I'm going to be picking it up for, but if it was sniped on Vinted, then I'll be able to kind of hunt back and look and then put the screenshot up. Car boot sales, charity shops, a little bit more difficult to remember, but we'll try our best. Fred Perry shirt. Love Fred Perry. Always pick up the polo shirts because you can get them at car boots for £1, £2, £3. For me, especially if there's something about them, if they've got a nice pattern on them, if they're a really good size. This one was a polka dot one. Good keywords as well, especially for the stripes on the collars, is like twin tipped, £20 for that. Resurgence jeans. This was on a car boot sale video a couple back. I've been looking out for motorcycle jeans for a while now. Very heavyweight jeans, and Resurgence jeans is one of the ones that I've researched beforehand, but I hadn't come across any for a while since doing the research on them. And they were in mint condition. The guy actually had 2 pairs, but they were immaculate, and the other ones were just, they were absolutely trashed. Also look out for if they're selvaged as well. Now do a little bit of research. I'll put a picture up here of what selvaged jeans look like. And usually if you roll them up at the bottom, you'll see something looking similar to that. They weren't salvaged, but they still fetched over £70. I paid £15 for them, so kind of did pay up a little bit. That was very fast. Next one, Belstaff jacket. Now Belstaff is a great brand, motorcycle gear especially, but the wax stuff. Now this is a Racemaster wax coat, and it will say it on the inside as well. A lot of them will say the actual model, they'll have gold label, and then this one as well, if you pull near the zip, there's like a little metal tag. I think it's the 1981 section. That was a Vinted buy as well. I definitely paid up for that. I think I paid 50, maybe even slightly more, over £180 back fairly quickly as well. And that nice olive green color that you get in a lot of Barber stuff as well. It's Hugo Boss trousers. So those are the main stretch. I always look out for that on the inside. Look out for the main, the stretch, Delaware, Delaware 1, Delaware 3. There's some great Hugo Boss jeans / trousers out there. So that was $29.99 for them. Y3 trousers. Now I've come across Y3 with a few jumpers, hoodies, I think a jacket as well, but I haven't come across trousers. And they were nice, like tapered trousers, and they fetched a very nice price. Look out for Y3, Adidas Y3, Yoji Yamamoto. That's the one that you're going to be looking out for. £70 for them. That was at a car boot. I don't think I paid more than £6 or £7 for them. A lot of this stuff you'll be able to see on the videos that come out. Musto sailing bib. Now this was hanging up on someone's car on a midweek car boot sale, and they wanted, I think it was £6 or £7 for it. Did have 2 tears on the side, but managed to repair. £6 or £7 is 100% under £10 into 60. Yeah, Musto brilliant for sailing gear, nautical, offshore, those kind of keywords you can use of it. Especially look out for the Gore-Tex stuff, the BR1s, the BR2s. They fetch unbelievable money. And then also entirely different, but if you look for the tweed stuff as well, that does really well. Harley Davidson trousers, 1,999. This was another vintage buy as well, and I managed to pick that up really cheap. They are the FXRG textile trousers. I do pick up textile ones every now and again. It's nice to pick up leather ones, but it's the brand as well, a lot of it, because I'm put off a lot with motorcycle trousers from like basic brands, just because motorcycle gear takes up a lot of room. Probably doesn't fit in one of these boxes. I have to put it in the bags at the end, which I'm completely trying to avoid. I just want everything in these boxes. So yeah, luckily those Harley Davidson trousers, they just about fit in one of my big bags, and then they went in the boxes. But Harley Davidson motorcycle gear, yeah, 100% be looking out for them. I look out for the t-shirts, I look out for hoodies, I look out for jumpers, especially the vintage stuff. And if you can find, for instance, say 3D emblem Harley Davidson with hogs on them, some of them go for like 1,000 plus in a t-shirt. Hugo Boss jumper, 19975. Cool was it? I think I sold the white one that I got with this. So I managed to get 2 very cheap. I don't know if they was on Vinted or car boots, can't quite remember with them, but I sold the white one last week, always around 30, 35. Next one, All Saints leather. So some All Saints leathers do amazing, especially the ones that people list as celebrity ones that have actually been worn by celebrities. Now you can get the sheepskin, you can get goat skin, you can get cowhide, there's lots of different leather ones that you can get. I would say if you can get decent condition one in a very big size, XL or above, then yeah, they can fetch crazy money. That one went for 120, but sometimes I can't push 50 on an All Saints leather. So I'm really getting to understand the types of ones now that go for a really good price. But that was the Kino Bomber, and it was a sheep leather as well. Yeah, look out for them. Barber jacket. This one I picked up in a charity shop. Definitely paid up for this one. It was £25. Got it around about a month or 2 ago. Not too bad, 25 into 70. That's the showerproof dupe coat. So not a wax coat. It's actually very lightweight, pretty much pristine, that nice beige color, and it was a really good size. Marks and Spencer's blazer. Always looking out for Marks and Spencer's, John Lewis, Bowden. I've seen it on Jack Wills. It's the moon fabric. It really does push up the sales price. And although this blazer wasn't a very big size, it was only a 38. It's M&S, it's sartorial, it's tweed, it's a herringbone pattern, and it's moon. Usually I pay between 10, 12 pounds, something like that, maybe 15. They always seem to do well. Even in the heat of summer, it's crazy. Ralph Lauren swimming shorts. Now I didn't realise when I picked these up, these are actually board shorts, so slightly different. Rather than like the standard drawstrings, they like the crossover. It's kind of like that Australian look that you get with a lot of like Quicksilver Billabong shorts. Now these were vintage Ralph Lauren board shorts. So you got to be careful with a lot of vintage Ralph Lauren, or what I've come across anyway. Now a lot of the elastic is really worn and just doesn't stretch at all, and I think these were exactly like that. But despite that, still a big size, and the really nice floral pattern. The louder the better as well with swim shorts, I found, whether it's like Paul Smith, Vilebrequin, Oliver Brown, Ralph Lauren. The louder the better, and the bigger size the better as well. So these are Ralph Lauren shorts. So yeah, these are chino shorts, Ralph Lauren, nice orange colour. Not the biggest size, only a 31 waist, relaxed fit chino shorts. Billionaire Boys Club shirt, 286. So Billionaire Boys Club, and then also the kind of sister brand to it as well, Ice Cream. They're ones to look out for. Colour block, so yeah, also had the prints going down the arms. Yeah, that was a really good one. Paul Smith jeans. Love looking out for Paul Smith. Jeans, they don't tend to do crazy numbers. Yeah, they're very consistent seller for me. Hush trousers. So Hush is a women's brand, and these were 100% leather suede trousers. So I thought that was very interesting. I think these were actually in the TK Maxx yellow sticker sale. They do them in January, and I believe they do them in June as well. Vintage Hugo Boss suit jacket. I'm not a massive lover of picking up suit jackets. I mean, this was extremely cheap at a car boot, so yeah, I picked it up for literally a couple of quid. I just seem to get so many returns just with how the fit of it needs to be pretty much exactly bang on. Size 42, that was a pinstripe. On the inside, Super 140 as well. Replay jeans, very consistent sellers for me. Replay and Vash jeans. I think pretty much all of the model names on the inside as well, so just check them out. Also, these are the Hyperflex as well, so they sell really well, despite skinny jeans definitely not being in at the minute. So Sunspell. So Sunspell is a brand that I don't come across very often, but if I ever come across the polos, long sleeve, shirts, jumpers, hoodies, anything like that, I'm pretty much always picking it up because it's a great brand. Obviously for the right price. FootJoy shirt. FootJoy is a golf brand. Pick up the polos for a couple of quid if they're a decent size, and they've got something about them as well. They're not just completely plain. I pick up jackets, I pick up gilets, I pick up trousers, especially the Hydrolite range as well. They do very, very well, but FootJoy. And I'm into my golf as well, and I love my golf brands, so FootJoy is a decent one. Ralph Lauren swim shorts. Now these were the definition of like floral Hawaiian summer vibes. They were lovely, bright red. They got parrots on them, and that's why they fetched £30 plus for a pair of swim shorts. So yeah, they were a great pickup. Arnie tracksuit bottoms. Arnie's not a bad brand, definitely been popular for the last couple of years, but I'll pick up hoodies, I'll pick up tracksuit bottoms, I'll pick up normal jumpers, just because the sell-through is just so good on it. It doesn't fetch the most amazing prices, it seems to be very, very fast. Claudio Lugli. When I found out about the brand, I did start picking up, say, not just standard plain shirts, but I found out that they take a very long time to sell, and they don't sell for the best prices. But when you pick up, it's exactly the same as with Ralph Lauren or just swimming shorts at the minute. The brighter the better, the more crazy the prints the better. And yeah, this one was kind of a case of that as well. But I picked up ones with car prints. I've seen one with owl prints on them, like, basically, the more out there, the better with Claudio Lugli. Diesel jeans, just like what I was saying with Replay. Look on the insides. These will tell you the model names. But look out for the DNA ones as well. Spurs pair of socks. We've got a load of these brand new socks from a couple of seasons back. Just put them up in a nice quantity amount and they just tick through. Versace blazer. 217. Stuff like Versace, Stone Island, all that kind of stuff that does have a Certi logo on the inside, then I'll pick it up. Just make sure if you've got the Certi logo, I think they might have an app or just throughout the website, scan the code, double check it, just make sure it is authentic, because I get a little bit scared of stuff that doesn't have the Certi logo unless I'm pretty educated on it or I've seen it or come across it quite a few times, then I don't tend to take the risk. Convertible Columbia trousers, doing really well with convertible trousers at the minute, selling quite a few of the North Face ones. And then last up, Ralph Lauren women's jackets. Now this one was a kind of hybrid varsity puffer down jacket, which was pretty cool, but I've had to reduce it quite a lot in order to get it to move, which doesn't really make too much sense to me because I thought it was a really nice design. That one kind of shocked me a little bit. But yeah, that is some of the stuff that has been selling for me over the weekend on eBay. If you managed to get any value, learn any brands, any little nuances, anything like that from the video and you enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you did miss out on last week's video, I'm going to stick it up here just for you to check it out, and we'll see you soon in the next one.